Hey, what's up everybody? I'm Landon with LMR.com. In this video, we're gonna be talking about Weatherstrip. It's gonna be simple, but it's gonna be good. The Weatherstrip we're discussing today is the roof rail Weatherstrip for the 1994 to 2004 hardtop or coupe Mustangs. This particular Weatherstrip starts down at the bottom of the A-pillar, just behind the mirror, runs up the A-pillar, takes a 90-degree bend down the B-pillar, which butts up against the quarter window. I think we all know by now the reason why we replace Weatherstrip is because it becomes old, it tears, it cracks, deteriorates, the whole 9 yards. So that's why we replace old Weatherstrip with new Weatherstrip. So the backstory on this, this is the LMR version of the roof rail Weatherstrip. We went out and we did this one ourselves because we felt that the aftermarket versions that have existed, they've been great, you know, they filled the void. But we always felt like there was a little bit left on the table that you know, you could improve upon. So that's what we did. The LMR version of the Weatherstrip, it's the right rubber, it's the right durometer, which basically in layman's terms that translates to the squishiness, I guess you could say. All of the factory style clips are pre-installed in the Weatherstrip. So whenever you take them out of the bag, remove your old one, clean up the area, and install your new one. We did make some enhancements to this Weatherstrip when you compare it to other versions and of course Ford original version. Up here, the section that runs the length of the A-pillar, I'm kind of calling this the ledge. But when this is installed onto the car, you close the door and the glass makes contact. This section here is designed to kind of roll outward over the glass to create the seal. Where we always felt that there was some opportunity was that there needed to be a little bit more overhang because not all of us can kind of dial in the alignment of our glass. Having a little bit extra overhang kind of allows for variances and some tolerances, you know, when aligning your door glass. So that's one of the main benefits of this particular Weatherstrip. But other than that, we got factory-like fit and finish, and the installation couldn't be any easier. Car we're working on today, this belongs to Michael Schnick. He just kind of went through the entire car. He had it painted, kind of went with the two-tone here. He's been replacing a few parts, and this was kind of one of the last items on his list. He's got to do a few more other things. I mean, let's be honest, we're car people here. Are we ever truly done? But we figured we'd throw him a bone and we'd help him out with his roof work. And we'd help him out with his roof rail. And we'd help him out with his roof rail Weatherstrip. Lord have him. And we figured we'd help him out with his roof rail Weatherstrip. Say that 5 times fast. Now, as far as insulation materials, you don't need much, but you will need an assortment of some like panel tools, you know, some with a wide surface area for contact, narrow surface area contact, and of course some with a little notch here. That way you can get in there, release the push pin. So that's the rundown of that. We'll jump over to Michael's car, we'll get rolling. Okay, so what we went ahead and did, if you want to do this, it's completely optional. You can either put it on a battery charger, tender, or you can just disconnect it. You'll have the door open for, you know, an extended period of time. And if you have an aging battery or something like that, you could get finished, get it all back together, want to go enjoy your car, and the battery's dead. So it's always best practice. So here on the driver's side, we'll start, you can start either at the front side of the A-pillar or you can start back here at the B-pillar. I'm going to take this one here with the small little notch here. These come out pretty easy. I would avoid metal at all costs because you may have to pry against the body of the car and you don't want to scratch anything. And you got one last one right here, but it looks like this one, yeah, it ripped through the Weatherstrip. There we go. On up the B-pillar. Good to point out right here, this little locator is supposed to go in that little spot here. But this may have been slightly different for SN95, 94, 98 cars, and then 9904. Yes, I know they're all SN95, but I call these SN95. I call 9904 new Edge cars. So, all right, so keep pulling it away from your C-channel or your metal track here. You're gonna get to the front and you'll have some little push pins here as well. You'll just pry away, and then sometimes they'll just fall out like this one did. And you'll just pull that away. So now is your opportunity to wipe this area down. If it's dirty, you know, you can take a paintbrush, vacuum, compressed air. It all depends on how particular you are. You know, you can come in here with the vacuum, you know, either behind or in front, whichever way. You can come in here with your little boar's hair brush and you can knock all that dirt and dust out. Looks like Michael's probably cleaned this before when he had it apart, because this is pretty sharp looking. Okay, so what we have here, we've got a microfiber towel with some waterless wash. These are kind of what I like to call my crap towels. I don't use my good paint towels for jobs like these, but you know, you can go as crazy as you want. I'm just gonna give it just a quick wipe down. Set that aside, we'll grab our new Weatherstrip. These are size specific. We went ahead and put the passenger side in off of camera, but really all you have to do is just hold this up and you'll know right away if you have the correct side or not. So I can already tell that good old Ford here moved the locator for the corner push pin. This particular Weatherstrip was designed off of a 99 to 04 Weatherstrip. However, all of this area is still the exact same. Now, if you wanted to, you could come in here, you could pull this out, you can line this up, and you could take you a sharp tool and poke you a new spot. So just for the sake of the video, that's what we're gonna do. We'll push this little clip back. And we may not need the needle nose. Nope, never mind. Okay, so now what we'll do, we'll kind of get this situated, and then we'll just find kind of like a landmark where that's at. So if we look at the little lip here, right there, that gets installed into your C channel, we're about 3/4 of an inch from that. So that's exactly where we'll poke. We're gonna come up through this little area here. You can see the indentation coming through. So I like that spot right there. So go ahead and poke that. Come back through with our clip. Bam, ready to rock and roll. Took all of about 45 seconds. Again, not crucial. This is if you want to do this. A lot of options here, especially when we're fixing cars. You know, it's your car, you can kind of do what you want. I've always been one to kind of finesse things I guess the right way. All right, so what we're doing, we're working the Weatherstrip down the A-pillar. Is this little lip right here. We're tucking that in to the ledge or the area in the C channel. It's kind of hard to show you on camera, but when y'all see this in person, you'll know exactly what this is doing. Okay, so when we get down to the edge here, sometimes what I like to do, I like to go back kind of where I started, and I want to pull it. Just, you don't want to just, you know, a lot of force, but you may want to just kind of make sure it's shifted back towards the B pillar. That way you're not stretching it. Okay, that's good. All right, we'll go ahead and clip our clips here in the front. There's 3 of them. Okay, those are good. We'll tuck that underneath the A-pillar like it's supposed to. And then now we can come back down the A-pillar and make sure that it's fully seated into the metal channel, also called a C channel, a track, pick your word. Man, this stuff fits good. Okay, so we're good there. Now what we're gonna do, there's 2 sides of that ledge or that lip that installs, you know, into the C channel. So now I'm gonna hop inside the car, and basically what I was doing here on the outboard side of the Weatherstrip, I'm gonna do the same for the inboard side. In there. So now we'll repeat the same general steps and procedure here on the B pillar. Uh-oh. You want to kind of push it up toward the top, and then you'll see where your C channel starts, and you can start. Install our clips. So there we go. Clip the 2 in the interior rear quarter panel. Okay, so there's a lot of variances when it comes to these cars. As crazy as it may sound, there's a lot of them that are alike, and then there are a lot of them that are not alike. Case in point are these 2 outboard push pins that secure the outer section of the Weatherstrip here, door jamb area of the rear quarter panel. On the passenger side, these clip fine. Everywhere else, they clip completely fine. But we like to offer solutions, and that's exactly what we have for you today. With the factory style push pins that are pre-installed, if you find that these are not working for you, you can take these out and you can install the Christmas tree style push pin. This is going to have a lot better engagement in a situation like this where the factory style clip wasn't working very well. So you just basically align these up and you'll push them into place. And you'll just do this wherever they're needed, and it's that simple. Now here, this little extra material, this gets tucked behind your interior C-pillar trim. I didn't know that until I referenced a few lower mile cars for examples. All right, so now we'll get to close the door and check. Oh, that's money. It's got a good seal around here, got a nice overhang. Depending on each individual situation, you may have to align that door glass a little bit. Also consider door alignment. Michael's doors are aligned pretty good just because he obviously had the car painted recently, so all that checked out good. But those are really the two things you want to pay attention to when you install new Weatherstrip. Whenever you do install new Weatherstrip and your door glass is just slightly misaligned or your door may misaligned, you have worn out hinges, that could play factor into obviously the door glass mating up against the Weatherstrip. But there you have it, folks. Like I said, this is a very straightforward installation. This is a really good piece. You can tell nicely how much overhang we have now with the LMR version of the Weatherstrip. Overall, I'm satisfied. I know Michael's going to be satisfied. So as always, if y'all find value in this type of content, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, turn on notifications. That way you're notified every time we release something new. And then until we catch you in the next one, y'all know what to do for all things SN95 and new Edge Mustang. Keep it right here with the real enthusiasts, LMR.com. No.